The man who passes the sentence should swing the sword. And I took that personally. I'm your humble host, Mr.PopCult. And in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing some of the swords that are already in my collection, but I'll also be doing a review and unboxing of some new swords that I bought, and I'm glad you can join me. There will be two swords that won't be showcased in this video. One is going to be Squall Leonhart, or Leon from Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, the Gunblade. If you haven't seen that one, check out my MegaCon haul video where I do a whole unboxing of it. The second sword that won't be shown is the sword that I'm currently using in my Mythologie Candles Company fan-made mini-series, only because I'm trying to incorporate it into the story. It is a very recognizable sword, so some of you might already know where it's from, but I don't want to spoil the story for those who don't, so that sword also won't be shown. For those who are curious, that sword actually started my whole collection. That was the first sword that I ever purchased with my own money, with the first job that I had, that I was actually making enough money to buy my own sword. But my fascination with swords started long ago. So I'm gonna take you guys to the beginning of the story. Growing up, I was very into fantasy and sci-fi. Lord of the Rings and Star Wars were two things off the top of my head I can say were very popular growing up. But this right here, I think, was probably the most influential and made me want to have my own sword collection. Enter this box. Yet it is not the box, but what is contained within. Here we have actually the newest addition to my collection. Got it for Christmas, courtesy of Mr.PopCult. The single most sword that's stuck in my head my whole childhood. Once I get it open. Yes, guys, I do keep everything in its original packaging because I am a collector. And to keep it safe and secure and new, here we have King Peter's sword from the Chronicles of Narnia. When I first went to go see Narnia in the movie theaters and I saw Peter get this sword from Father Christmas, I knew I wanted to have a sword. I was like, I want a sword. I actually want a whole collection of swords. Here's a close-up of the gold-plated lion head pommel. I love this sword because it's just so simple, and seeing a kid my age that has a sword, it made me want it because I love fantasy things. It's actually inscribed, if you can see that there. When Aslan shakes his mane, we shall have spring again. I don't know why I did that with an accent. Now, this sword did not come with a scabbard, unfortunately. Guys, confession, I am very into wearing my swords. I will wear them around the house. Now, I have since been looking for a scabbard for this sword. I cannot find one online. And I'm a collector, so I like to think I'm a procurer of rare items. I cannot find a scabbard for the sword, but fortunately, I have this lion wall plaque that I'll be using to hang the sword up for display. Now, my big thing is if I can't wear it, I will hang it. Next up, I told myself I would have to own something from one of my favorite franchises. So enter the next box. Now, this sword was also purchased courtesy of Mr.PopCult. Here we have Andúril from the Lord of the Rings. I love that sound. Look how beautiful that is, guys. It's actually inscribed in there. I know it's a little bit hard to see. And this is gold plated. And the blade has its inscriptions. Now, the thing I love the most is actually the history of it. This sword was originally Narsil and belonged to Elendil. It was shattered at the feet of Sauron. Then it was later reforged and given to Aragorn, son of Arathorn, with the name Andúril, or Flame of the West. Now, as you might notice, this scabbard is actually not a movie-accurate replica scabbard. And being a collector of fine things, I decided to actually buy the movie-accurate scabbard for this sword. I'll be unboxing that now. I bought it online. I'll also be seeing for the first time here with you live reaction if it actually fits this sword, because they're not bought from the same company. So enter another box. Now, this one's a bit heavier because there are actually two items in here that I'm gonna show you guys, but I'm gonna open the scabbard first because I really want to get into it and see if it fits the sword that I already own. Now, I also bought the scabbard and the other item in this box from Cutlery USA. I'll link them down in the description, but it came through Bud K, which is another website I'll link them in the description too, because they seem to have a lot of cool things also. I don't know if they're maybe affiliated. I don't know how I order from Cutlery USA and it came through Bud K, but I'm excited to get into it. So let's see what Cutlery USA / Bud K has to offer. Wow. I'm trying to avoid the glare, but this is how it came in packaged. It says Anduril, the sword of King Elisar, the scabbard. I know the names get kind of confusing. Elisar is Aragorn. Obviously, Narsil was the sword of Elendil. Isildur used it to defeat the Dark Lord. It shattered. It was given to Aragorn as Anduril. Okay. See, this is how they get you, because they put pictures of their whole collection of everything they sell on their website. So what do I have to do now? Do I have to collect all of this? Now I have to collect all of this. As you see here, look, it shows Anduril, the sword of King Elisar. Obviously a picture of Aragorn, played by Viggo Mortensen. I didn't want to have to do this. Now I have to do this. Now this is made by United Cutlery. That's like legit. I know, I recognize the name United Cutlery as a legitimate sword maker. Not saying that this company isn't a legitimate sword maker, but like they're like the big dog. I'll read this for you guys quickly. Genuine leather wraps and straps, solid metal collar, fittings, buckles, plate, and tip, antiqued metal, and 24 karat gold plated finishes. Ooh. Now it says it's designed to fit Anduril, but I'm assuming that's United Cutlery's Anduril. So, which mine, I don't think it is. It was a gift. I didn't want to ask where it was from, because you don't, what is it, look a gift horse in the teeth, whatever that means. Oh man, guys, okay. This is beautiful. This is enough to make a grown man cry. Check this out, guys. Now that's movie accurate. The inscriptions, let me get it closer. You can't really see it because of the glare, but that's a gold plating. Here are the inscriptions. Sorry, I can't speak. Straps. This is legit, guys. Or the rings, I don't know if you can see that there. It actually comes with a Lord of the Rings scabbard certificate of authenticity. I don't know if you could read that. Hopefully it's in frame. I'm excited to see if this is gonna fit the Anduril that I already have. I'm actually really nervous because I want this to fit so bad. Even if it doesn't, I will use a dual like display case, because I'm definitely keeping the scabbard. Let's see, guys. Here we go. So far, so good. So far, so good. Sorry guys, I know it's kind of hard to tell what I was feeling right there. It was kind of a mixed reaction, good and bad. Good because this looks amazing. I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks like the movie. It's like a shining moment for me right now. My only thing is I knew putting it in that the blade, this blade is a little bit thinner than what the scabbard can hold, meaning that the actual Anduril from United Cutlery is probably a thicker blade. So I might just have to get it. I don't know. I love this. I'm not ungrateful at all. I love, this looks beautiful. This would actually, for me, it would fly. And I'm a collector, so I feel like I've said that 100 times in this video. Anyways, to my point, little things like that would usually bother me, but this is passable in my opinion, meaning that I'll be able to sleep at night knowing that this was a great purchase. So I'm really happy for this. Let's move on to our next item. This next item is actually another United Cutlery product, so now I have two things from their collection. But this kind of came a little out of left field for me. I know I've seen it in the movies and I loved the sword, but I didn't think I would actually want to purchase it for my collection until I saw it on the website and said, I gotta have that. So here we have Haragrim. Sorry for the glare. The sword of Théoden, King of Rohan. Sorry, I just had to quickly pre-cut the tape. Oh, okay. another box. Now this one doesn't come with a scabbard, but I believe if it's as pictured, it comes with a wall plaque. So I'll definitely be hanging this one up. Wow, this is, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's actually better than what I expected, to be honest. Here's another certificate of authenticity. I don't know if you can see that because of the glare. Hopefully it's in frame. But you didn't come here for certificates. You came here for steel. Before I show you the sword, let's take a look at the wall plaque that it comes with. Look at that, guys. That's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's gonna look great. You know, it's funny because I like to take a lot of care when opening these kinds of things, even though a lot of them are for displays with false edges. Some things can cut you, and I actually did end up getting cut, but not from the sword. I got a paper cut, of all things. So careful with the sword just to get cut by paper. All right, let's do this. So the blade is oiled. I don't know if you guys can see that, but guys, I did not expect this going into it. This is probably, if not my favorite, my second favorite in my collection right now. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. It is beautiful. The two horses there for the horse lords. I kind of want to hold it in a way so you can see the actual handle without putting too many fingerprints on it. I'll clean it up later. Check that out. Check out the pommel. It's absolutely gorgeous. Very, very detailed. You can see in the back here, it actually says Lord of the Rings, if I can get it out of the glare. That is amazing. This is definitely, man, you know, I wish I had a scabbard for it. I would love to wear this. Just to show you, look at the tip. This is why, even if you do get like a blade with a false edge, you still have to be very careful with it and treat it as a weapon. Now the last item I'm gonna show you guys, I bought from Sword Direct. Swords Direct? Sword Direct? I'll link it down below. The box itself is actually fairly small. Let's see if you can guess what's in it. Now I'm opening all these up for the first time here with you guys, so bear with me. This is actually another United Cutlery item, so I have 3 now. I did not know that they were gonna come from United Cutlery, only because I bought them from other websites, and I didn't know that they were actually selling United Cutlery products. Here it is, guys. Very famous one. Sting. The sword of Bilbo Baggins and Frodo Baggins. But surprise, surprise, for you guys, I also got the scabbard to go along with Sting, because you gotta wear it. You gotta become Frodo Baggins. You don't just buy the sword and go half Baggins, you gotta go full Baggins. Certificate of authenticity. The sword actually also comes with a wall plaque, so let's get a look at that. Look at this, guys. This is beautiful. Can't wait to hang it up. All right, the moment I've been waiting for. It comes in like this weird paper sheath, but here it is, guys. Sting. You know, I know it's a hobbit-sized sword, but it's kind of a lot smaller than I thought it was. So, well, let's get into it. Wow. Even though it's little, I feel like almost like powerful holding it, you know? It's actually really nice. Let me show it to you guys. There's the inscriptions. Very light. Obviously because of the size. But it looks amazing. Let me show you the handle. Check that out. It's gorgeous. Let's take a look at the scabbard. This is beautifully constructed for like a small sword like that. Look at this. Check that out. All of this is like, you guys kind of see through that. All of this is like metal, like resin. It's not, you know, the best part of owning a sword and a scabbard is putting it in, so let's do that. Slow for dramatic effect. I love that sound. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. These United Cutlery pieces are probably my new favorite things to collect. Sorry, I just gotta do this one time. Oh my gosh. Okay, no orcs present. You know, actually, I think Mrs.PopCult would love to hold this. Mrs.PopCult! This is Frodo's sword. I thought you might like to. Be careful. Don't. Okay, go. What do you think?
It's pretty heavy.
So obviously Mrs.PopCult doesn't hold enough swords to know that compared to a real sword, that one's actually really light. Obviously because it's smaller. But what do you think?
Very detailed. I think it looks exactly like the one from the movie.
Yeah,
right?
a good movie replica, right? You want to put it in?
Very nice. Good purchase.
So that is going to conclude our video for today. I appreciate you guys sticking around to see what kind of swords I had in my collection already and what kind of new swords I brought into the fold. I will put those websites down in the description. Check them out if you're looking to purchase any swords or start your own sword collection. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel, become a part of our Pop Cult community. And if you understood my Pop Cult reference at the beginning of the video, comment down below. First one to get it right, I'll pin you in the comment section. Feel free to hit that like button and turn on your bell notifications so you're notified when future Mr.PopCult videos release. I really implore you to check out the Mythologie Candles Company mini-series that I'm doing. Like I said, one of the swords that are not featured in this video is in that video. If you want to see it, please check it out. I would greatly appreciate it. It's a free way to show you care. See you soon. Pop Cult Troop.